So again, I did not post this weekend. I was so sick all weekend that I could not edit or do anything this weekend. I still feel really, really sick, but I have to go on to do student teaching. I kind of wish that I could call out today, but I definitely can't call out today because there's a really big possibility that my host teacher is not going to be there today and probably even for most of this week. Her sister-in-law was taken off of life support last Friday, and so my guess is that she's gonna be out with her brother to deal with that. So there's gonna be a sub in the room probably, but I'm gonna be teaching all day. And I was thinking about it all weekend, like I don't necessarily feel prepared to do this today, but it'll be okay. And I think not that her sister-in-law passing away is good for me at all, but it is forcing me to take over everything, which I didn't think I was ever going to be ready to do, honestly, for this elementary class. So, if there's any positives in this at all, is that it's forcing me to get outside of my comfort zone and do something that I don't necessarily feel comfortable doing. So there's that. So today I'm planning on teaching everything. So we're going to be doing some more division. We're going to be doing some more elevate, some of the book holes. We should be finishing up holes today, I think. And then tomorrow and Wednesday, we'll be taking a test on holes. For science, they should be finishing reviewing for a test, and then they'll take the test Tuesday and Wednesday of this week. Then there's the rewards program, which is like a grammar program. I don't know why they call it rewards, but they do because it's a grammar program. And then there's writing, and they're going to be writing this week a 3-paragraph paper on their turkey that they colored last week. It's going to be kind of like the pre-writing stuff where I'm going to have them do a 4-square, and in the 4-square they're going to kind of jot down some ideas for their 3 paragraphs, kind of a thing. So that's the plan for the day, and now we'll just see if that's how it actually turns out. So I'm just hoping that I feel well enough that I can get through it. So that's my hopes. That's everything. I'll end up combining last week's and this week's probably this weekend, hopefully, and I'll probably start editing it sometime this week so I don't forget to do it. I just, you guys, everything is just kicking my butt right now, and I just feel so sick, like completely sick. So I'm gonna let you guys go, and I will talk to you guys later. So bye. Leaving early today. I'm almost on time, but guys, it was rough. I went to the bathroom 2 times today, and it was just rough. And then the kids were really super chatty, and it got to the point, I don't want to be the mean, awful teacher, but I'm a fun teacher. Truly believe it. I am a fun teacher. However, I'm not going to talk over you. I'm not going to compete with you. I'm not going to do any of that because I don't have the energy and I don't have the time to do that. So I would stop. I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not. So yeah. But I did math and I did the rewards thing. I didn't get to the writing with the turkey today. They were reviewing for a science test, which went pretty much up until the end of the day. And the teacher didn't realize it, and I wasn't gonna tell her that she was going overtime because I felt so sick. And I was like, you're fine. Like, you're fine. Take the time you need right now. So, I told my husband last night, this is not school related, but I told him, I was like, I truly did forget how awful it feels to be pregnant. I forgot how like absolutely awful I feel. It's one of those things, like, you know, that you remember that you didn't feel well. You remember that you had to go into the hospital and not get IVs. You remember that with your first one you got like admitted in the hospital, but you forgot how truly awful you really did feel. Like, that's the thing, like, I forgot. And so I'm like, oh, being hit by a ton of bricks at this point, because one, I've been pregnant 4 years, like, which for me, that's a long time, because usually my kids are about 2 years apart. So I forgot it all. I'm heading home right now. I am not going to be working tonight because I feel so sick. I feel like I've been saying that a lot. Like, honestly, I feel like I should just quit my job. Because I'm not working anyway. My host teacher was there today. She's not going to be there on Thursday, Friday, or Monday. So that's when she's going to be gone. So I will be taking over the class all day those days. And I'm just trying, honestly, right now I feel like I'm just trying to stay afloat. I'm trying to not sink. I'm trying to do my absolute best here. The best that I possibly can do. And then leave it like that, because I truly feel like I'm sinking most days. I feel like I'm not giving it my all, and I don't like that feeling, because I'm somebody who does give it their all. And I just feel like I'm not. And I know I need to do homework. I don't have the energy. Don't have it. I'm gonna stop complaining. Today was a pretty good day. So I'm gonna stop complaining. I'm gonna let you guys go, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow morning, and hopefully I'm feeling better tomorrow morning. Pray for me, please. So yeah, bye. Good morning, everyone. I am on my way to the school. I just stopped at a gas station to get myself some Gatorade and some crackers of sorts. I got some Cheez-It crackers and those like club crackers with cheese in them. I don't know. They both sounded good. And I'm willing to try anything not to throw up at work today. And then I got some Gatorade. Just trying pretty much. I ended up obviously not working yesterday. I said that. I ended up going to bed around 7 and didn't wake up until close to 7:30 this morning. So that was nice. I did enjoy that. But because I didn't get up till 7:30, it took me a while to like feel well enough to get out of bed and to I needed to take a shower, so I took a shower. So it is now almost 8:45 and I'm still not at school. I'm not too worried about it because my host teacher is like hardly ever at the school at this time. I think there's been one time that she beat me to school, and that's because she had a meeting that I didn't know about, which I was kind of bummed about. It was an IEP meeting, and I would have really loved to go as a gen ed teacher perspective. So, but that's okay. Today I'm going to be teaching math again, and we're going to actually start into actual like division and not like drawing pictures for it. They are wanting me to use like base 10 blocks for part of it, which I need to like teach them base 10 blocks with it because there is a question on the test to do with base 10 blocks, but I really don't want to. But I will, because that's what I need to do. And then what else was I gonna say? I'm not doing writing today because we have computer labs, and they're taking a test for Elevate and a test for Science today. So there's 2 tests today, which I'm guessing that's going to take a good chunk of time for both of them. I am planning on doing the rewards depending on if we get through the test or not. So, because they did finish Holes, so that was exciting. They finished the book. And so we're going to be starting on poetry either tomorrow or Thursday, so I really need to look into that because I'm taking over the Elevate lessons starting with the poetry. So I need to do that. I also need to come up with a quick write for tomorrow. I totally forgot yesterday that we were doing quick writes on Monday and Wednesday, and I was in charge of them. So that was fun because I forgot. But it's okay. I got it taken care of. Came up with something. They did a quick write. I need them to start though, like, they're not writing the entire 10 minutes that I'm giving them. And I'm trying to get them, like, I don't care at this point, like, what the, quality, I guess, of the writing. I just want them to be writing for 10 minutes. Because I want to build that stamina. The quality will come, but I need them to start just writing at this point. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let you guys go though, because I did find the Christmas station yesterday, and I'm gonna listen to a little bit of Christmas music before I head in today, because Christmas music makes me happy. I can't wait till after Thanksgiving and I'll be listening to Christmas music all the time. I would be doing it right now, but my husband doesn't want me to. I love Christmas music. So I'm gonna let you guys go so I can listen to that. And I will talk to you guys after school and let you guys know how everything went today. So, bye. Hello. I made it through the day. It's only Tuesday, guys. Oh, jeez. I made it through though. You guys, I feel like I'm a failure at teaching division. I feel like half my class is like, I just don't get this. I just don't get this. I just don't get this. And so, and I'm trying to figure out ways to help them get this. And it's really hard for me. So, doing my best. So I'm back to the drawing board again tonight. We're chugging along, but I really feel like this math test is gonna suck. And I just feel so bad for the students about it. So, the students did do a graphic organizer about their turkeys for their paper that they're going to be writing. And we did our division, did the model drawing, I did the rewards program. They did not take they took part of their test in Elevate, they did not take their science test, which is why they got the graphic organizers done today for their turkey paper. So tomorrow we're gonna be finishing the Elevate test, and we're gonna be starting the science test, maybe finishing the science test as well. So we'll see how all of that goes. So yeah, and then my host teacher is gonna be gone on Thursday. So she'll be there tomorrow, but gone on Thursday and Friday and on Monday. So I need to just try to get everything under my belt and ready to go for Thursday when she's gone, and feel like I have it all under control, because I think that's just a really good transition. Just throw me into it, have me teach all day long, everything, and just kind of throw me to the wolves at that point. So, but I'm gonna let you guys go, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye. Good morning, everyone. Today is Wednesday, November 7th, and I am on my way to the school now. I woke up in semi of a good mood, but now I'm not in a good mood. I talked to my sister. So, not student teaching related, but a little drama in my life, if you want to know. So, I texted my family on Halloween, so last Wednesday, so it's been a week. I texted my family of the picture of my Halloween costume, which had the little baby skeleton on it, and it had like all my kids pointing to my belly, and me like having my hands on my face, like shocked, because honestly I am shocked still. And telling them that I was pregnant, and one of my sisters responded, but she already knew, and she's like, did you mean to like send that to everybody? I was like, yeah, I meant to send that to everybody. And then my dad texted me, which my dad already knew, because I called him, because like I said, I had my like freak out moment. So I did let 2 of my family members know, because I freaked out and I needed to talk to somebody about it. But my other 2 biological siblings, and I really hate putting that kind of label on it, but my other 2 like biological siblings, they didn't know yet, and so I wanted to let them know. I don't have all of my siblings' phone numbers, or I would have contacted, I take that back, probably wouldn't have contacted one of my sisters, just because it's a long story. But so I called my oldest sister today. I was like, hey, I had a few minutes before I was leaving to go do some teaching, so I just want to check on you, how you doing? So I was talking to her, and pretty much in the conversation, she's like, well, that's because I told her I was really tired and stuff. She goes, well, that's what happens when you're growing a baby. So she got the text message, never responded to me. And I told her, I was like, well, yeah. And I kind of told her kind of everything. She's like, well, you're due in July, right? I'm like, no, I'm due at the end of June. Then she starts arguing me about that. I was like, trust me, it's the end of June. And then I told her about like my little scare last week, and how I went to the ER, and they did like the ultrasound, and I don't understand how I could be pushed back that far and everything. And then she proceeds to tell me that, because I told her I called my other sister to let her know I was pregnant the day that I found out, because I was freaking out. And I was like, please don't be upset, because this sister of mine tends to get really upset with everything. So I'm like, don't get upset that I called her and I didn't call you. I had a freak out moment. She's like, no, it's good that you called her, because I couldn't have helped you. She's like, I've been crying since I found out that you were pregnant. Okay. And now I'm not trying to bash her feelings or anything, but she kind of sucked the joy of everything out of it. And then she proceeded to say, and I'm not gonna lie, if you have a girl, I'm gonna be really upset. Like, I understand that you're not happy. And I'm sorry that you're not happy. But please don't try to take away my happiness and my joy. Like, it's one of those things, like, I respect your journey and I respect everyone's journey and where they're at in their lives, and I'm not going to judge you, I'm not going to bash you, I'm not going to do anything like that. But since I'm respecting you and your journey and where you're at in life, please respect me and where I am, and don't try to take away all the happiness that I have. I don't know, it was just, it made me mad. So anyway, today, what I'm doing, we're doing a math review. I think what I'm gonna have the kids do, we also have a quick write today. Need to come up with a topic. What I'm gonna have the kids do today is I'm going to have them do the math review by themselves for, I'm gonna give them like 40 minutes. Between 30 and 40 minutes to get, because it's only 19 questions. So I'm gonna give them like 30 to 40 minutes to get those 19 questions done. And then we're gonna go over it as a class, and then go over, which I'm guessing there's gonna be people missing every single problem. Every single one. So we're gonna go over it. I just really need to make sure that they are understanding before I keep going, because I feel like I keep going and going and they're not catching on from the lesson before, so when I build on it, it's not good. I don't have that foundation at this point. So that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Need to come up with a quick grade. And then I'm doing rewards, and they should be taking 2 tests today, finishing up their Elevate test and taking their science test. And then we have their rough draft for their turkey papers today. The teacher kind of wanted them to be 3 paragraphs, but I just don't see how they can force it into 3 really good paragraphs. So I'm not going to do 3 paragraphs. It's going to be 1 really good paragraph for their paper. So that's what we're going to do today. So I need to come up with a quick grade topic. So much fog. I'm gonna let you guys go, and I will talk to you all later. Bye. Okay, it is after school. Right now, I feel okay. I don't have to work tonight though. Like, it's my actual day off. So what a bummer, right? Like, I'm feeling decent at the moment. I did, however, throw up once during school, so it's fun. Math today went so much better. So I went over some of the questions from the homework last night, and I was like, you guys, I went home, I sat and I really worked this out, trying to come up with an easier way to explain this, and I did. And there were so many kids like, I get this now. And so after we were done going over like the problems for the math homework that I was using to like reteach it, I had them do their mid-chapter checkpoint, which was only 19 problems. And I was giving them like 20 minutes or so, and they were gonna check it, but like hardly anyone got it done. And the teacher goes, if you don't have it done, you're not going to recess. Which really got the kids motivated to get it done. So there were only a handful of students who did not get that done. but everyone who was getting it done was only missing just a couple questions, and so they'd go back, they would fix their mistakes, and they'd turn it in with their 100. So I had to be really picky though with kids today. I was like, because I gave the instructions multiple times that you had to show your work, that you could have the right answer and that's great, but if you don't show your work, you have to go back and do it. You have to show your work. And there were some kids that were disappointed when I was like, okay, you got them right, but you still have to bring this home and do it for homework. And they're like, why? And I'm like, because you didn't show your work. And they're like, well, I did it in my head. And it's like, that was not the instructions. The instructions were to show your work. So you need to do that. You need to follow the instructions. They could have avoided all of that if they would have just done it the first time. So, but I stuck to it, and it was one of those things, like, it sounds like it's being really picky and stuff, but the problem is some of these students were getting things wrong, and I could not see where they were making their mistakes. I can't see inside your head to see where you're making a mistake. I can see on paper where you made a mistake, and I can go back and I can talk it through with you and be like, okay, this is what happened. Do you see how you made that mistake? And use it as a learning tool instead of just doing it in your head. So math just went a lot better. I didn't have much time for writing today. I didn't have any time for their grammar program rewards because the students took an Elevate test that took forever in today for them to do, and I still have students that are not done doing it, so I have to find time tomorrow for them to get that done. And so they'll probably be staying in from prep tomorrow to get it done. And then I didn't have much time to do, I had like 10 minutes to do writing, and I was supposed to have like 30 minutes, but the teacher took my time, so it happens. But we'll get more time tomorrow, hopefully, because the students are taking a math test, not math, a science test tomorrow. So we will see how that all goes. So yeah, that's how it went, and the teacher is now gone until next Tuesday, so she won't be back till next Tuesday. And so there will be subs in the classroom, which is good because there might be times when I'm like, you take over for 5 minutes, I'll be right back. So good. But in all intents and purposes, it's my classroom for the next 3 days. And I told the teacher, I was like, not that I am happy that somebody passed away in your family and that you're gone, but what I am happy about is that this is forcing me to do something outside of my comfort zone. There's not a lot of things outside my comfort zone teaching, I'm gonna be honest, there's not. But taking over this class completely has been outside my comfort zone, and I felt very uneasy about it. And so this is forcing me to do this, and that's good, because it's really just all in my head, and I know it's all in my head, so I just need to do it. So we're good there. I also called the substitute service that they have here in the 2 school districts. It's called Kelly Services. I called them, I set up my interview for next Tuesday, and then I have an orientation like meeting thing the day before Thanksgiving, so that's gonna be a really busy day because I have my first OB appointment that day as well. So it'll just be a really fun, long day for me. So that is what's going on with all of that. So I just need to make sure, they're supposed to send me an email, Kelly Services, with everything that I need to bring to the interview next Tuesday. She did say that I need to have my 2 letters of recommendation, and I already have those. I just need to print them off and bring them, because I had all of this like prepared for last year when I applied, because I could have been subbing and getting paid when my host teacher is gone. But yeah, that didn't happen. So I have all that taken care of, so I'll have all of that done and in the books, so I'll be ready to go in December. at the end of December, that last week before, which would be perfect because like I said, I might be taking over a maternity leave that week. So as soon as I get all of those ducks in a row, I'll let that teacher know, like, yes, I am in, like, official with Kelly Services. So if you are wanting me to do your maternity leave, you can put me in for that, and we would be squared away and good to go. So that's it with that. I have my call today for my cohort. Need to get homework done still. Feeling optimistic that I can get more done tonight though, because I'm feeling pretty decent right now. So I will talk to you guys all tomorrow. So yeah, bye. Good morning. I'm in my garage. I'm waiting for, there they go, my kids to pull away. Now, there we go. I'm leaving a little bit earlier today because I have the key to the room for the next few days. So it's nice. I ended up going to bed like early last night. Yeah, they did move out. I guess we had some people move out. Didn't even know. Where was I going? Okay, so today I'm in charge of everything. Like absolutely everything. So, I've looked over the lesson for Elevate and I'm still like a little on it. So I'm gonna get into school. I'm gonna relook at it. I'm gonna look at the PowerPoint again so I can feel a little bit more confident in it. Math, I'm still a little what were they? I feel like that's my theme for the day. I think what I'm gonna do today is I'm just gonna take questions from previous sections and do some more like review, and they're just not gonna have any homework today, which they're going to really appreciate. So like we'll briefly go over the lesson today, but we're not going to be hardcore teaching it because I don't want, first of all, the teacher's like, that's just a stupid method, I don't teach it. However, there is a question on the test about it, so we have to teach it somewhat. So I'll briefly skim over it, let them know what it looks like, kind of a thing. So that's what I'm planning on doing with math, and pretty much the rest of the time it's just gonna be going over everything and just continuously practicing, kind of a thing. And then we're starting our poetry unit. Part of the reason why I'm like, today, we still don't have the supplies that we need, like the student workbooks for this unit. And so there's things like they're supposed to be writing in their workbooks, but we don't have the workbooks, which I find funny because with the district's outline, we should have been starting on this unit like a little while ago, and we haven't. So don't know what's up about that. So I'm kind of trying to figure out what I'm gonna do about that. I probably might just have them have a piece of paper and then I asked if, you know, we need to make the little journals, but we don't even have those. Like, we have nothing. We have nothing. So I'm trying to just figure it all out. So that's what I'm gonna be doing today with that. I And then we're gonna be doing rewards, and we're going to, they're gonna do their start, at least their science test today. And then I'm going to find like little half sheets of paper, and they're going to do their final draft. And I'll probably get like large pieces of construction paper too, and have them glue their turkey and their paragraph on that, so that we can put them on display, kind of a thing. So that's what I'm planning on doing. It's gonna be a pain in the butt today, because I just, like, I have it all in my head what we're doing, but it's still just, it's a little nerve-wracking that I'm teaching all day. I don't feel great, but it is what it is. It's what I gotta do. So that's all. I did go to bed at like 9:30 last night. Like, I was so tired. I ended up, after my cohort class, I didn't feel very well, and so my husband made me some popcorn. I was eating the popcorn. That didn't make me feel super great either. But then I got a text from a friend, and usually I hang out with her on Wednesday nights, and I completely spaced it because I wasn't feeling very well. And I read her text, and I dropped everything, and I went to her house. She was having such a bad day, and so we talked for a while. And I felt so guilty that I totally spaced it on a day that she really needed me. But I did, like I said, I dropped it all and I went over, so. And then I came home and I pretty much went straight to bed. I've also been watching, you guys are gonna think I'm funny, or weird. I've been watching, the past few days, videos about breastfeeding. Now, this is not my first rodeo with breastfeeding after I have this baby. I breastfed all of my children. My oldest, I was only able to breastfeed for 3 months, and then my milk supply like left, and I didn't work to get it back, so he was formula fed after that. And that's partly, I got the swine flu. It was during swine flu season, so I got swine flu. And then we went to Montana for a trip, and so I wasn't able to breastfeed as much as I needed to get that supply up, and so my supply just left. My second child, I breastfed for 6 months, and that's because I went back to work and I was pumping, but I wasn't getting enough of a supply to keep up, and so we ended up having to switch over to formula. My third, I didn't have to work or anything, and he refused to take bottles, so he was actually breastfed until close to 2 years, when I finally had to like cut him off. And so with this one, I'm gonna have to work, so I have to figure out how to maintain a really good supply and get an oversupply at the beginning over the summertime, so that I can really stock up on my milk supply and find a way to pump correctly and keep up my supply at work. So I need to do that and figure all of that out. I'm gonna let you guys go, and I will talk to you all later. So yeah, I'm at the school, so I'm gonna head on it. See you later. Okay, lighting's always horrible at the end of the day. My battery is gonna die soon, so I'm gonna make this quick. I am tired. I am extremely tired. It's been a few weeks since I taught all day, and this is a different kind of beast that I'm dealing with elementary school students. So waiting to get out. So This is a different kind of thing completely. So it started the day, technical problems. We couldn't get the document camera to work. So I was reading all the math problems that I was gonna work with them with the document camera out loud, and I had to repeat them multiple times. We got through it, but it was long and grueling. Good morning, everyone. So my camera died yesterday. I don't know where I left off. Overall, it was a pretty good day. People were, because we were super chatty, but kind of didn't let up on them. Like, unfortunately, it's a class that you give them an inch and they run with it. So if I say that they can talk quietly or something, within a minute or two, it is loud noises. And so we have to do no talking for quite a lot of it. And I feel bad about that because they're kids. And I want it to be fun and I want it to be enjoyable, and I understand that they're kids, but it's also the fact, you know, they can't do that. So, where was I going with that? Pretty much that was yesterday. Today, I feel extremely sick. I fell asleep last night before I wanted to be asleep, I guess. And I did not take my anti-nausea medication that I need to take at night to help me for the next day, kind of a thing. So I woke up today and I was like, I don't feel very well. And then I ate some cereal, which usually I eat eggs, but I was trying to get my husband usually like makes me breakfast and then wakes me up because he's a saint. And because then I have the food right there ready to go when I get up, so I don't feel as nauseous and sick. Well, he woke me up with cereal because I told him, listen, like, I'll just have cereal tomorrow mornings so that he didn't have to spend that time making the eggs, to give him a break. And I love him. And I ate the cereal, and I 100% regret the cereal. So there's that, and then on top of that, like I said, I didn't take my anti-nausea medication, so I feel even worse. So yeah, that's all. I decided yesterday that I'm gonna quit my job. I don't know when, but I am gonna quit. I just need to figure out when I need to, like, if I need to call my supervisor, email my supervisor. But I'm not working. Like, I'm just not working, and then I'm stressed out because I'm not working, and I'm supposed to be. And I talked to my husband about it last night. There's ways that we can survive. We're not gonna flourish, but we can survive for the rest of this month and even next month, until I start subbing full-time, which would pay me more than what I was getting at the other job. And I know I can do that because I've been student teaching through all of this. Yes, I feel crummy, but by the time I get home, I just kind of lay down and I take it easy the rest of the day, instead of me going through this. And then I'd rather do this, get paid more, than not do anything throughout the day, saving up all my energy for, one, a job that I absolutely hate, and two, a job that doesn't pay me as much as subbing would. So I'm gonna quit my job. Yeah. So my host teacher is not gonna be there again today, and we have an assembly today. I'm doing math. Before we do math, though, we have to pass out our books for Elevate, go down to the library and have them check them out, bring them back. And then we We have recess, and then we're gonna finish the Elevate lesson from yesterday. And then there's lunch, then we'll have rewards. We may go on to the next Elevate lesson. I do not know, we'll see. Yeah, so we'll see what goes on. Or I might take that time and do more writing. Like, I don't know. I'll figure it out, because I don't necessarily, I don't know. I don't even know what the next Elevate lesson is. I need to look at it. Like, I didn't even look at it last night. That was so sick. I'm gonna let you guys go. I will talk to you guys after school, let you guys know how everything went, how I survived. I mean, today's gonna happen, whether I'm truly prepared for it or not, so I'll let you know how everything goes. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys after school. Bye. Good afternoon. It is the end of Friday. Guys, not taking my anti-nausea medicine last night is kicking me in the butt. I feel so sick. I had to have the sub teach most of the day today because I just couldn't do it. I'm even almost out of that one pill. So yeah, it's awesome. So today, like I said, I had the sub teach most of the day. I didn't even teach anything. I taught like one thing today. I helped out and stuff like that, but you guys feel so sick. So we did 4.8 today, which was partial quotients. And they just weren't really getting it very well. And so they were getting it kind of by the end, but I'm definitely gonna re-go over things on Monday and even add in the second part of that lesson. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then for Elevate, we got through finally the first lesson. I'm ahead, I guess, of the rest of the 4th grade. So I'll be doing the second lesson on Monday, hoping that we get the workbooks. We may not though, but I'm hoping we do. And then just be teaching pretty much everything. So I need to go over when I get there what I'm doing for science. And honestly, I don't want to skip science though, but they really need to get their turkey papers done. And so I'll do science, but I'm gonna keep it like within the time frame that we have science, because they need to finish their turkey papers, because we need to do a pre-test of sorts for opinion writing, and then go into opinion writing so I can get my teacher work sample done. Hoping this weekend, again, that I submit task 1, that'll be graded and completed, and then I can submit task 2. So I'm hoping by the end of this weekend I'll have 2 tasks completed, if not 1 completed and 1 ready to submit, as soon as the other one gets graded. So that's my goal, is to have those 2 done, 1 submitted, the other ready to submit. And then I also have to do like this online training thing for becoming a substitute teacher. I need to get an unofficial transcript. I need to get my substitute teacher's license. So I have a lot of things to get and prepare for my interview. On Tuesday I need to print out 2 letters of recommendation. I have more than 2, but I just need to have 2 with me. So I need to get all of that prepared this weekend as well. And I am not planning on working for Vivint because I am planning on quitting. So obviously I can't tonight. Like I work tonight because I just feel so sick. But I'm probably not gonna work tomorrow night either. And then I might on Monday call my supervisor and let him know that I'm done, kind of a thing. So I feel guilty that I'm working for them, but I'm not actually working. And so at this point, like, don't have me. Like, I don't want them to fire me, obviously. Like, I'd rather have it be on my own terms. But just, it's not fair to them how much I'm not working. Where it was supposed to be intermittent, but it's like every single day that I feel like this. So it's not fair to them. And I can't handle the stress of having a job and not being able to work, and that guilt, if that makes sense. So I will let you guys go though. Have a wonderful weekend. I am going to edit this and post this before Sunday. That's on my list of things to do as well. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.